What defines cynicism? What defines cynicism in the context of ancient Rome? This philosophical movement has roots in ancient Greece but found a unique expression during the Roman Empire. At its heart, cynicism is about living simply and in harmony with nature. Cynics believed that true happiness comes from rejecting societal norms and focusing on virtue. They saw wealth, power, and social status as corrupting influences that distract from a fulfilling life. Cynics emphasized the importance of living naturally. They argued that happiness and virtue could only be achieved by freeing oneself from the artificial constraints imposed by society. This meant turning away from the pursuit of material possessions and societal approval. Instead, they advocated for a life of simplicity and self-sufficiency. A key aspect of cynicism is the rejection of conventional values. Cynics often used humor and spectacle to challenge societal norms. They believed that by openly flouting these conventions, individuals could attain moral freedom. This approach allowed them to highlight the absurdity of societal expectations and encourage others to think critically about their own lives. Virtue was seen as the only requirement for happiness among cynics. They pursued a lifestyle marked by austerity and poverty, believing that these conditions fostered the cultivation of virtue. Living simply allowed them to focus on what truly mattered, rather than getting caught up in the distractions of wealth and status. Several notable figures embodied cynicism in ancient Rome. Diogenes of Sinope is often regarded as the quintessential cynic. He lived an extreme lifestyle, famously residing in a ceramic jar and begging for food. His actions were a direct challenge to societal norms and expectations. Antisthenes, a student of Socrates, is credited with founding the Cynic movement. He stressed the importance of living in accordance with nature and rejecting societal conventions. Crates of Thebes is another key figure. He gave away his wealth to embrace a life of poverty, exemplifying the Cynic ideal of indifference to material possessions. In ancient Rome, cynicism resonated with those disillusioned by the excesses of imperial life. Cynics could often be found preaching on street corners, advocating for a return to natural living. Their message appealed to many Romans seeking inner peace and moral integrity amid the chaos of the empire. Cynicism also had a lasting cultural impact. It influenced early Christianity and Stoicism, both of which adopted elements of the Cynic emphasis on living in accordance with nature. However, by the 19th century, the meaning of cynicism shifted. It began to connote a negative attitude of distrust and skepticism, moving away from its ancient roots. In the context of ancient Rome, cynicism represented a radical critique of societal norms. It called for a return to a more authentic way of living. While often met with skepticism by Roman authorities, it offered a compelling alternative to the complexities of imperial life.